Okay, thank you very much for your kind introduction. So I'm Ken Matsuyama from Tokyo University of Science, Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology, Tokyo University of Science. I really appreciate giving us this opportunity for this presentation and discussion. So today, on behalf of Tokyo University of Science, I'm going to be talk about fire safety engineering education, the case of Japan. So introduction to Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology, Tokyo University of Science. Okay, my presentation consists of two parts in the PowerPoint slide. Firstly, I'd like to talk about history of the fire research education at TUS, including introduction to TUS, and historical background of fire science at TUS, and laboratory and facilities for experiment study. So, and secondly, I'm going to introduce the graduate school, which named Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology. So background, establishment, education and research, philosophy, vision of human resource development, and future plan. So first of all, I'd like to talk about, I'd like to introduce to Tokyo University of Science briefly. Tokyo University of Science founded in 1881 as Tokyo Academy of Physics, has over 135 years of history, and it's one of the oldest private universities of science and technology in Japan, which carrying on the tradition of respecting its scientific foundations. It constantly strived for further development through cutting-edge research. Now, TUS has undergraduate in 4 campuses, and 1 affiliated university comprise about 20,000 students. Main campus of our graduate school is located in Kagurazaka campus, where it's center of Tokyo. The fire research and test laboratory and some faculty members, including me, are now on Noda campus, where is suburban Tokyo, that I will explain later. The data shown in the slide are a little bit old, which are collected during 2014 fiscal years. The total number of students on 4 campuses is about 20,000. Undergraduate students are about 16,000. Master course students are a little more than 2,600, and doctoral course has about 280 students. Besides graduate schools, there are approximately 30 of individual research centers and divisions. That includes Center for Fire Science Technology. TUS has established a broad band of research organizations to pursue science and develop new technologies. TUS conducts also foreign exchange programs which affiliate overseas partner universities based on academic exchange agreements. So there are 11 graduate school, 11 graduate school with 31 departments. Global Fire Science Technology is one of them. However, Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology will be changed as belonging to our major in Graduate School of Science and Technology from April next year. I will skip this. Anyway, how about a history of fire research at TUS? Some of the renowned professors, such as Professors Handa, Hamada, Kawagori, moved to TUS and studied the fire safety education and research at TUS. They studied the education and the research related to fire at TUS, even though many professors joined to TUS. Center for Fire Science Technology, which is independent institute, was established 1981, just 100th anniversary of TUS. After the establishment, so many outcomes have been produced by the members. As a result of that, the center awarded Forum Prize by the IAFSS in 1994, which was a result for many graduates engaged in fire research field, and also awarded Shoring Prize by the IAFSS in 1999, which was result for achievements inside ASANS Japan by faculty and the student. And then 21st Century Center of Excellence, we call COE program, proposed by Center of Fire Science Technology of TUS, was accepted, which was a 5 years project in 2003 to 2008 by Japanese government. I think this COE program was our big turning point. Full-scale test laboratory was built in 2005, and 9 PhD were 9 PhD were graduated during the program. And then the center was recognized as another COE, which is named Global COE Program, entitled Center for Education and Research on Advanced Fire Safety Science and Technology in East Asia. So objective of our program is to form a world-class research and education center for fire science. So develop and expand upon the excellent prior achievements in fire research and education made by the university seniors. So establish an education center to produce and develop many young researchers and professional engineers. So we wish to establish the independent graduate school focused on fire safety as a part of the global COE program. So finally, a new graduate school, which named Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology, was established on April 2010. After global COE program was also approved as joint research center by Japanese government. As I mentioned, the Center for Fire Science Technology, TUS, was accepted as Center of Excellence by Japanese government, and then we could get full-scale test laboratory and many experiment facilities and devices in the laboratory, such as fire resistance furnace, a concurrent, so increase little by little, year by year. As a result of that, the fire research and test laboratory at TS was recognized as joint usage, joint research centers. The system of joint usage, joint research centers significantly contributed to the academic research development. And also, since 2013, MEXT supported a program for strategic research foundation at private university has been accepted. This is also other features of TUS for fire research and education. So this is a fire research and test laboratory on Noda campus. As I mentioned, in 2005, TUS opened the fire research and test laboratory was research facility specializing in fire science that is built with world-class laboratory and equipment. This building area is approximately 1,500 square meters and ceiling height of 20 meters. The building is available for full-scale experiments that vary developing on such parameters as fire resistance of structure members and materials, burning behavior of combustible materials, and smoke movement in order to provide education and research based on practice and theory at the center and graduate school. Left-hand side is interior view of the full-scale fire test hall, and right-hand side from one first floor of this building. So you can see the number and the name of devices. As you can understand, experiment devices increase little by little, year by year. So this slide is showing various experiment facilities and devices in fire research and test laboratory at TUS. As you can see on this slide, there are 3 types of fire resistance furnaces applicable to several types of structures. Also, this test laboratory owns small-scale test equipment, such as concalorimeter and FTIR, in addition to large-scale equipment, including furniture calorimeter, so room testing unit, and full-scale compartment for suppression. This is the schematic of the fire safety engineering research. So, as you know, there are many categories of fire safety engineering research field. For example, combustion, fire behavior, so flame spread, smoke movement, structure in fire, so evacuation safety in fire, so and other topics such as underground fire, urban highway. So many experiments studied on these topics related to fire research field are carried out at this laboratory. So okay, next I'd like to explain about our graduate school, which is named Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology. So as the purpose of Global CA program, we hold 2 things: reduction of fire risks and relief from fire disasters in Asia. So sharing with information and knowledge into the world. So to accomplish the purpose, we think about establishment, graduate school focus on fire safety. The graduate school, which is named Graduate School of Global Fire Science Technology, has been established in 2010 fiscal year, about 7 years ago. So fire safety education at TUS have been unified establishment of graduate school at TUS. Now 9 faculty and 5 adjunct faculty. The maximum number of annual course enrollment is 28%. Actually, about 15 students enroll every year. Specialized in fire for the first time in Japan. The courses are opened at night of weekday and on Saturday. So the people who is working can enroll the graduate school and are performed in English, 12 of 22 courses. So students will graduate the master by taking only English classes. So next, let me introduce a vision of human resource development of graduate school. So profession engineers for fire safety. So career enhanced for administrators and any workers related to fire. So approximately the number of the working who enroll this course every year is as many as advanced students enrolling right after graduation from undergraduate courses. Such working students, mostly belonging to firefighting equipment manufacturers, or work for firefighters. So the range of those student age group is widely spread. So I sometimes have students who are older than myself. So overseas students from many Asian countries. The international student program is also approved by the government. So we have 4 enrolled students from Asia every year. So we have now 14 students in first year and 17 students in second year. And about 8 students have their job during the daytime. Regarding foreign students, so the total is 10 students. So, and also we have 12 PhD candidates. It was the 6th graduation held in March this year, and then accumulated master's degree holders has reached about 100. Until now, 7 people have graduated as a Doctor of Engineering. This is the present faculty listing. Now, there are 9 faculties and 5 adjunct faculty. This graduate school characterized by architecture as the unique and the strong point. 7 faculty from architecture. I think this is very unique and different features compared with other countries. So this is also faculty listing regarding adjunct and emeritus faculty. Professor Tsujimoto, who was dean, were last fiscal year for a long time, and Professor Sekizawa actually retired last March. And then Professor Hagiwara from BRI, Research Institute Japan, and the 2 faculty were joined in April this year. So this is the conceptual diagram of the course of the graduate school. So the subjects are separated by colors in response to 2 kinds of engineers, blue and red. We categorize and the basic of theory and practice. So the yellow part is basic subject as a compulsory subject. And the red frame is a lecture performed in English. And we propose the 2 kinds of engineers, practical, administrative, oriented fire safety engineering, and practical design oriented fire safety engineering. So graduate school of Global Fire Safety Technology opened doctoral course in April 2012. The capacity is 3 persons per year. However, we get now about 4 students of doctoral course every year. So, and as a future plan to turn out many competent scientists, the graduate school will keep considering enhanced education research system, both of master's and doctorate courses. Since the laboratory built up, we enforced the facility and device for experiment. This is a little many facility and devices. So we will. And fire research and test laboratory has not only been used for research graduate schools, graduate student, but also provide such following educational purposes. Holding a seminar, we invited students and researchers from Asian countries and conducted a short-term seminar, so including the practical training using experimental equipment. We invited young researchers and prominent researchers for conducting experimental research achieved together. And we have produced 3 educational video materials regarding fire phenomena. And let me introduce about the fire science video for education in brief. So we think that visual materials for education, like experimental DVD, are very important to give students their deeply understanding. So we try to produce this DVD educational materials for students and other beginner persons in fire field, like firefighters, investigator, so building designer, and others. So we have already done 3 titles: Mechanisms of Fire, so flashover and backdraft, Mechanism of Smoke, and the Structural Resistance in Fire. So each title also has English version, and you can see on our website. So I'm hoping that you would like to watch these videos, and if you would give me your frank opinions, that would be very nice and helpful for our future activities. And we try to produce another topic such as, for example, suppression in the near future. So since Global Series program, in order to understand the different trends of fire in Asian countries, we built a mail delivery system called Net News on Fire in East Asia. This online news is that we gather all materials related to fire from the internet news site on the 15 Asian countries and regions. This is delivered to people who want their materials every week. Okay, thank you for your attention. Obrigado.